Of the new therapies, endovenous laser, ultrasound-guided foam sclerotherapy, and radiofrequency ablation are the most common and challenge the surgery as a gold standard of care for a patient with varicose vein. The endovenous laser leads to photocoagulation, chemical denaturation of the venous wall constituents, leading to the occlusion thereof. This is the endovenous laser procedure before marking beforehand and per procedural guidance to locate the saphenofemoral junction and under tumescent anesthesia to protect the skin. We locate the saphenofemoral junction to begin shooting below the 20 millimeter below the saphenofemoral junction. But for optimal results, some laser parameters come into play, such as fluency, speed of withdrawal fiber, coaxial or radial fiber, batch or continuous shooting, and wavelength. The endovenous laser can be used for the great saphenous vein, small saphenous vein, saphenous branches, perforating, ulcers, surgical recurrence every after Shiva, venous malformation. But the limitation of the endovenous laser is probably the diameter truncal vein. It must be not exceed 15 millimeters to have the optimal results. The duplex ultrasonography can be classified into several stages from results of endovenous laser to from left 0 to left 3. And the duplex ultrasonography can be repeated 1 month after the procedure, 6 months, 1 year, and 2 years. The most publication concern the great saphenous vein, and we find 175 topics in the literature. For the small venous saphen, we find the 7.7% repermeation, and for perforating 7.33%. But the interest is that the operation can be repeatedly. For ulcers, laser allows healing process at 6 months follow-up for 95.54%. This endovenous laser can be used isolated or associated with exovenous laser for detection and blue stimulation. In vascular malformation was up 4% recanalization, and we'll compare these procedures' efficacy and safety profile. The Hogan's meta-analysis comparing endovenous laser and surgery find more complication after surgery than endovenous laser. Edema, paresthesia, superficial and deep venous thrombosis, and infection and cellulitis is twice time more than endovenous laser. The arteriovenous fistula are rare, and the lymphocele are more frequent in surgery, 6.3%. Comparing endovenous laser and surgery, the endovenous laser is marked by recurrence 5 times less than surgery. In terms of cost, surgery is every bit more expensive if you take into account the duration of recovery and times to relapse. This is two sites comparing surgery and endovenous laser. With sclerotherapy results, are worse than the endovenous laser in terms of occlusion, but it's the cheapest method. Pain and bruising are more frequent in radiofrequency, and the rate of recognition is 18.9%. Comparing different wavelengths, we show in the results no significant difference except for the holmium YAG, 100% occlusion. The long-term results are good overall at 94% at 3 years. The results depend on energy delivered from dense 15 joules per centimeter. Finally, by recommendation of HAS, we insist of the limit of of the diameter of toncular vein. It must be not exceed 50 millimeters, and the occlusion of by endovenous laser is 10% higher than radiofrequency and 20% higher than ultrasound-guided film sclerotherapy. In conclusion, there should be prospective multicenter comparative studies according in different wavelengths, and we must wait for results at 5 years with this different new wavelength. Thank you for your attention.
Since the speaker has 3 minutes left, any questions, please, for the presenter?
Very nice presentation, Doctor. I saw the complications. Recently, we see a lot of things about endovenous heat-induced thrombosis. Have you come across thrombosis after doing laser, endovenous heat-induced thrombosis after laser and radiofrequency ablation?
Yes, the percent of venous thrombosis is in the literature between 0.5 and 1% after endovenous laser, but it's less than surgery.
And what about the perforators? What do you do below the knee? I saw the picture from knee above you're going, right? Mm-hmm. Below the knee for the perforators, you do surgically avulse it, or what do you do? How do you deal with the perforators?
For perforating vein, we do ultrasound-guided film sclerotherapy or laser therapy.
Okay.
By endovenous laser or by fiber tip.
Thank you. Any questions? One more question, Doctor. What about anticoagulation? Will you put them on anticoagulation after this?
After endovenous laser, yes.
How long?
For 4 days.
4 days.
Yes.
And stockings?
Yes.
Compression stock for how long?
For 1 year.
Thank you.